Just is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitor sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Right after here coming up. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 33 yards.
Off play action. Hendricks. And it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hendricks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
They'll set up the screen to Scalaboo.
Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. pick up there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Second and a couple. They'll start on the ground with Scatterbroo.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
To the air, Williams.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
On the ground, it's Scatterbroo to start the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10.
The gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Hendricks.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Give up the middle, Scatterbroo.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Zone read here. It's Scatterbroo with it.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
60 by 6.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. Well, the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Hey, first down.
1st and goal, New York.
Scatterbroo is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Mitchell diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Williams. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Giants' 15-yard line.
To the air once more. Williams. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 45-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Hendricks. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
That's complete to his running back, Scatterbo.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Hendricks.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. And the Giants first down. A gain of 19 yards.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 5. An inside run with Scatterbo.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards in a first.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. interchangeable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First and goal, New York.
Off the bootleg, Hendricks. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's second down and goal.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Loveland. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Santa Clara, the Niners at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And this is Calvin Austin. He was a tough man to pin down all game long.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one, and it's set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete. His neighbors. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A give, it's Scatteroo. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That stop made by Jack Campbell. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here. Back to throw. Hendricks. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's Williams. Now they go screen. It's complete. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Scatteroo going to run it out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
operating from the gun. Hendricks. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Now, we saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Returnable here from the 38. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Slot man moves right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Scalaboo.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
They'll give it to Scalaboo.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. Hendricks.
He's got the hook up there. The Neighbors. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hendricks. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back from the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll run from the gun with Scatterby. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. He's got room past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Williams. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to have a New York 1st down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
And the Giants 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points